Hola, senors and senoritas.
Hey guys, we're the Dorkeries. You gotta really know when you're gonna do things like that. I didn't know we were speaking Spanish today.
Is it the Dorkeries?
What? I have no idea. I took French and you took German, so I'm not quite sure why we're on Spanish today.
All right, so it is a little pre-order pile. It's a little one today, Lady Dorker.
So it's a little pile up.
Just a little pile up, because this week I picked up some things that weren't pre-order-ish. You can actually maybe see one up there, probably not, but I got a Kanan Funko Pop to go on our Kanan display. So I was pretty pumped about that.
I can't see it. It's higher than I am.
Yep. So, and I got a Sabine on the way. We are just, we're getting ready for Sabine. By the way, the Sabine casting. Remember the girl from the Society?
Yes,
what do you
I
think
love
about
the
that?
Society. Well, I love Society.
Yeah.
So
I'm really sad they didn't have that a second season.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about her being Sabine. Book of Boba.
Book of Boba is amazing.
Woo, 2 episodes in, and I'm telling you, man. And Jon Favreau, and we actually talked about Dave Filoni a week or 2 ago. I trust those guys, man. I mean,
so
I trust them
here's
with
the
my
thing
life.
I like about the second episode. Okay, so I feel like Boba, for one, his character has always been kind of like elusive. Is that the word? Like, we've never known like a ton about his character. He's in and out.
Mysterious.
Yeah. He's in and out of the movies. He's in and out of the Mandalorian. And then we get the first episode, and even the first episode kind of just gave us like finished off how he got in the Sarlacc pit. The second episode, though, I really truly believe gave us like who Boba is as a person, like who he is.
He's not a villain.
Morally,
we're figuring out he's not a villain. Everybody thought he was a bad guy.
We got to see his personality. We got to see his care for people.
Ain't no bad guy.
I just really liked that we got a little bit more in depth. No longer is Boba the mysterious.
Yes.
He actually was caring and quite BA.
So now I'm after. I got, and actually it's on its way, I got an 8D8 who's in the Book of Boba, the little white droid, the protocol droid.
Yes.
So he's coming to go on that display, which...
You got that on eBay?
Just a little bit. Macari.
Okay.
So that's my vintage Star Wars display, but it's missing a Boba, a vintage Boba. So I had one at one time, but he disappeared, so... So I'm going to get me a vintage Book of Boba. I'm going to get me a vintage Boba Fett with the blaster. I'm just looking for the right one in the right condition. So here's the first thing. Look, this is one of my pet peeves.
So it looks like a Funko Pop in a plastic bag.
Now, good thing is, it's in a sorter.
It's in a sorter, okay.
But that still doesn't matter because that should never...
Is this an eBay purchase?
Ever happen. This is a pre-order from Box Lunch.
Box Lunch.
And it was pre-ordered in November. And super excited about this. And it is for the son. I think this is going to be one of our last Demon Slayer, which we know nothing about, but our son does. But I think you're going to like this pop because there's been a few times that I've actually done this in front of you, and it's kind of raised your temperature up a little bit.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, so we got the
what is going on?
The lounging Inosuke. Look, he's just kind of you remember that one time we can't talk about, but when I was like that right there, and you were like,
yeah, and I said, no, actually, I believe I said, why are you acting like you're posing for
ooh la la. So there's
Please
Inosuke.
Stop acting like you're modeling for
Box
me.
Lunch exclusive. Seems to be in mint condition, which is great considering the fact that it came in a bag.
Okay, do I get to open a box?
Yes, this next one. Oh, I'm excited about this. This was a long time
pre-order.
Long time. This was during their WallCon or whatever their con was.
Walmart has a convention.
Yeah, well, they had an online. I think it came around the same time as San Diego Comic-Con. So this is the first on the channel.
Bubble.
A DC Multiverse.
Oh, this is fun.
DC Multiverse.
Drop the box.
You guys are going to like this, especially even comic fans. Batman Who Laughs.
Wow.
With Robin Jokers. Got a little bit of a glare. There we go.
Sorry, I wasn't even looking. I'm looking at the back of the box. I'm not looking.
Look at that. So this was a Walmart exclusive. Very hard to get. They even recently, even the people that pre-ordered these, Lady Dorkery, they started canceling all of their orders.
Why?
So they didn't have enough stock. They oversold like they sometimes do. But we were one of the lucky ones to actually get it. So I am super excited. That's probably one of the best multiverse sets.
Well, I love how it even their paint jobs look like comic book art.
Oh yes,
that's what I love about it.
It's amazing. So, Batman Who Laughs, first appearance, New Teen Titans 12, I think.
So hard not to get a glare, guys.
And I've had that a few times. I love that book because his little face is on the cover. And, I'm super excited about this, Lady Dorky.
This has got a little bit of damage.
We take it out of the box. All good. It's not a Funko Pop.
Okay.
So we got the greatest show of all time is. The greatest sitcom.
The Office?
The Office.
Okay.
So I have the Office collection. I have, pretty sure, every pop they've ever made. I've kind of slowed down a little bit because you can only have so many Dwights, right?
Yeah.
And there's like 1,000 Dwights, which I think there's actually a Dwight in here, but not this one. But this may actually be one of my favorite. This is pre-ordered back in the summer.
From? Who'd you order it from?
FYE exclusive.
Okay.
Michael Scott as Willy Wonka.
Yes!
He's got the golden ticket, and he gives, remember the episode?
Extraordinary!
He gives that ticket, all of them go to Blue Cross Blue Shield
This is not just a regular
of
jelly
Pennsylvania.
bean. This is an extraordinary jelly bean.
And here's what I love about this episode. I love the fact that he's in Willy Wonka, but I love the part where Dwight gets credit for this because Michael doesn't want it, and then they get him on the marketing call.
And also when
he starts going over his ideas, and they're all terrible.
When he crawls into like the cheese cart to like try to be in the room and everything. You remember when they make the cheese cart?
Yes.
So he can try to be in the meeting.
That was Andy.
No, but Michael gets in the cheese cart.
Oh yeah.
So he can try to get in the meeting.
Yeah. So here, you open that one while I do this one. So, if you've ever watched the first part of The Office, the very beginning, this is the way that Dwight is introed, where he's heating up the handle. Do you remember what he's heating up the handle for?
Because that's for the fire drill.
Yes, which was the Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl Office episode.
Yes.
And that first scene between the fire drill, and then Stanley has his heart attack.
Stanley, you can't die. Barack is president. You can't die.
And then they come back, and probably one of the greatest scenes in The Office of all time, the CPR.
Yes.
The CPR with the dummy, because they got to go over that.
Scooch over.
Thanks to Dwight.
Scooch over.
Oh, okay.
I said scooch over.
And then but what I love the part. Now this is not a lot of people get this, but my favorite part of the whole scene is not the CPR. The thing is Kelly dancing to Staying Alive. I love it. I love
Mindy Kaling and everything she creates.
All right, so last but not least,
Who's
really excited about this.
Who did you order this from?
This is from Hasbro,
Okay.
Pulse.
How long ago did you order it? At PulseCon? When was
PulseCon. I think we talked about that last week because I got a few things here and there. But PulseCon was back in October, I think. Maybe November.
The box?
So
Looks
it's
like
in a
this.
sorter box. Now, I have the entire vintage
Would you like me to
Fantastic
open it?
Four collection. Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to cut that tape?
Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this. This is how we're going to end the video. And here's where I want you guys to tell me below. You can't see it off camera over there. Lady Dorker, you can see it. There's a stack of the entire collection of vintage Fantastic Four Legends figures that I just cannot bring myself to open because these cards are just so pretty. But at the same time, I don't want to display carded figures, but I don't want to ruin this. So what would you guys do? Would you guys open? I have every one of them. Every one of them.
Leave them in the box.
Would you open them?
Leave them in the
And
box.
take them out of this beautiful vintage 1990s packagings?
Leave them in the box.
What would you do? Comment below. Do you play with your toys? Do you post? Like, I
But
post
look
my
at
toys.
all of these toys that you have out
Yes,
already.
yes.
And they didn't come in this vintage toy box.
I didn't. So, and also, comment below if you're a big
Here's
Fantastic
what I
Four
want to know,
fan.
because I know you did this.
Fantastic
When
Four.
you were a child collector,
Yes.
and you did choose to open these,
Yes.
did you keep your card.
I did keep my card
I know
backs.
you did. I'm asking if anyone else
okay,
did
I
that.
got you.
And keep them in a little box where you're like.
Now, if it was G.I. Joe, you would cut out there was a little file card. You would cut that out, and then you would throw the rest of the card away and just keep your file cards, which is what I did. But I kept the vintage Star Wars backs because they had all the figures on the back of them, and I would just look at them all day long and go, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one.
You haven't changed a whole lot since childhood.
I have not. I'm still collecting all the toys in the world. There you go. What was your favorite thing, Lady Dorker? I know what it is.
I love this.
That Batman Who Laughs.
You got to remember, if you watched last week's episode, I am reading Batman The Long Halloween right now. This, so good.
Yep. So there you go. Very short, but that is a great pre-order pile-up. All different genres that we love. Marvel, DC, The Office. And we talked a little bit about
Are we talking about that later? Are we talking about that later?
You want to talk about it now?
Are we talking about it later?
Let's just talk about it now. Let's give the people what they want. All right, so this is a pickup I got.
This isn't a pre-order, but this is in preparation
for Scream, which one of you guys commented last week that you had seen Scream more times in the theater than any other movie. I think he said 5 times. So I picked up this Ghostface Funko Pop. I got this off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is a very expensive pop. It's got a little bit of damage, but it's
that's the poster for the very first Scream right here.
This is 2014.
Drew.
This is an 8-year-old pop. So, people always didn't take care of that.
So who else remembers going to see the very first Scream in the movie theater? This is one of my very first dates.
Yep.
I remember going to see a date where my boyfriend's father actually had to drop us off at the movie theater. That's funny, right? Who else remembers going thinking you're about to watch an entire movie of Drew Barrymore?
Yep.
And
she lasted the first 5 minutes. So we'll see if that happens again. Scream comes out. We'll be there opening night this Thursday. We'll be watching it in 4DX. So
we'll be running from Ghostface.
We'll be running.
Ooh, Ghostface Run is my favorite thing in all the movies. It's iconic. We were watching something this week even, and I was like, why is he running like Ghostface? Iconic run. And I cannot... that's going to be fun to be in 4D with Ghostface.
I'm excited to see it. So there you go. We talked about some pickups and a pre-order pile-up. All the P's from the Dorkeries, and we are going to now go pee. And in the meantime...
What?
Don't
dork yourself.
I
have no idea
pew, pew.
what pew.
I'm not going to open it, I guess. Pew, pew.